man, so two of hip-hop's biggest hit makers are at odds in regards to their outlook on how you should end your career or leave gracefully at some point in time, and that is T-Pain and Drake. Alright, now T-Pain said some things, and now we're hearing a response from Drake, and Drake feels like it's coming from a place of resentment. Hold on tight, we'll get close to that. Now, we've seen this similar situation between two of hip-hop's greatest lyricists, two dudes in my top 5, and that is Lil Wayne and Andre 3000. So Andre 3000 spoke about rapping at an older age and feeling like he ain't got nothing to say anymore, so he'd rather just not do it if he isn't saying anything meaningful. Lil Wayne disagreed with that.
I read a depressing quote or two from someone that I respect a lot in music, in hip hop period, and music period, and they were asked, like, why you ain't been doing, music or whatever, and they was like, man, like, what I'm gonna talk about? It was like, like, when I'm gonna talk about, I'm in my 40s.
It actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like, I'm 48 years old, and not to say that age is a thing that dictates what you rap about, but in a way it does. And like, things that happen in my life, like, what do you talk, like, I gotta go get a colonoscopy, like, what do you
I was like, wow, that was so depressing. Like, I have everything to talk about.
But I feel like that's why you gotta stay in it though too. I feel like you can't be too far removed.
I also thought that may be a downfall by staying in it, because you may, at our age, you may hear what's going on and feel like, I'm so out of that I ain't about to drop nothing. I'm not about to. So you probably, so that's why I say I don't listen. Just go in my little hole.
It's true to you though.
Yeah,
and it's just,
I love what I do. Yeah. Put it out and swing for the fences, man.
And it's real interesting to hear that coming from Lil Wayne, because my main critique of the Carter 6, outside of not liking the beat selection and the sonics, was that there was no substance. He wasn't talking about nothing. But it is bittersweet. You want to hear your favorite rappers continue rapping and making music. And like I said, these two dudes are in my top 5. But I'm always remember as a kid listening to these lyrics right here from Andre 3000, not knowing that this was going to be reality. On the hit song Rosa Parks, Andre said right here, I met a gypsy and she hit me to some life game to stimulate to activate the left and right brain. Say, baby boy, you only funky as your last cut. You focus on the past, your ass will be a has what? That's one to live by, or either that's one to die. Do I try to just throw it at you? Determine your own adventure, Andre. So right there, the gypsy's telling him, you are only as good as your last song, okay? So you see he was struggling with this already. And this is in Outkast's prime. So then the gypsy get off the bus, all right? So he says, she got off the bus, the conversation lingered in my head for hours, took a shower, kind of sour, because my favorite group ain't coming with it, but I'm with you because you're probably going through it anyway. But anyhow, when in doubt, went on out and bought it, because I thought it would be jamming, but examine all the flosky, wasky, awfully, sad and it's costly, but that's all she wrote, and I hope I never have to float in that boat. Up shit's creek, it's weak, it's the last quote that I want to hear when I'm going down. When it's all said and done and we got a new joint town, when the record player get a skipping and slowing down, all y'all can say is them niggas earned their crown, but until then, hush that fuss. But Dre is saying exactly what you about to hear T-Pain say in a second, all right? But it's just essentially, he's reflecting to listen to one of his favorite groups, not wanting to leave the game, but still supporting them and being like, damn, this shit's sad, this shit sucks, it's whack. Being an artist myself, I never want to hear that shit. I never want to hear people saying that, damn, I miss the old you, you know? It's weak, it's the last quote that I want to hear when I'm going down. So that brings us over here to T-Pain.
The one thing I learned from Drake, and here's the crazy thing. One thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Mm-hmm. Drake said, I want to be one of them people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I have ever since said, you really thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all when I drop. Don't worry about it. I'll just drop something. Let me know if you heard it. Drake is like, no, listen. Okay, I got another one. Check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, real quick. Just one more. Let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said, he didn't want to be. Mm-hmm. And I learned that from him. Like when he said that, I want to gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. I was like, you know what? I'm out this bitch.
This is just live shows now.
I'm out this motherfucker. I'm not trying to impress y'all niggas. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck if I live or die. Why the fuck would I keep trying to impress y'all niggas? I'm out. I'm done. I did everything that I was trying to do. I changed the game. I made a sound. What else? What else?
You literally can't. It's only even if you make a hit today,
it won't even. That's just normal.
Yes,
it's just normal. It's like, yeah, that's okay.
Well, shit.
Cool song.
So he was cooking. He was cooking, and I think at this point in time when it comes for Drake in his particular situation, I think Drake has proven himself as an artist, and I believe he can't continue to release music because his fans have been conditioned to expect a certain type of quantity from him, and that's what they want, and that's perfectly fine. But there has been a decline in regards to people wanting more from the subject matter of his music. A lot of people can't relate to his music nowadays, especially pure hip-hop fans, in comparison to the way that we used to be able to relate back in the days to early Drizzy, you know, up until I would say Views or my favorite project from Drake, nothing was the same. I relate to a lot of songs on that album, nothing was the same. That's the Drake I like. He's not making that no more, and that's perfectly fine. His perspective on life has changed, but the issue is it seems like he still wants the validation from the people that enjoyed his older music, but you're not feeding us. So the graceful thing to do is not give a damn about the validation and just continue moving on because you have been solidified in the game as far as who you are in your career. Now, in response to what T-Pain had to say, Drake said this right here: "This guy always had resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name." And yeah, T-Pain has said some things in the past about Drake before. They said his album in 2011 was held up because of a Drake verse that he never got, or at least he didn't get it in time. And also T-Pain says that Drake and Party Next Door's new album sound like leftovers, all right? But what are the people saying about this right here? Who listen to T-Pain? This nigga career got ended with one Jay-Z song. T-Pain set your bitch ass up. Drake's being forced out and he ain't leaving because he wants the graceful exit. He is literally doing what he said. Drake doesn't need to retire. He needs to rap in his age bracket. He dumbed down his music. That's what I believe. I don't think he needs to retire. I think his fans are here for what he has to say. It just depends on what you're saying. But if you are not feeding the people that were fans at the beginning, then you have to accept their criticism and be cool with the results of what you're producing. Hip-hop can't afford to lose Drake or any superstars right now. To be fair, Drake continues to exceed expectations. In my opinion, every album gets even more enjoyable. Maybe for you, not for me. T-Pain would be correct if Drake wasn't still dominating, so this just reveals that T-Pain is disconnected or ignorant of the facts. Drake is a huge artist. Drake is a machine in his own right. His numbers are going to always be there, in my opinion. I think he's going to have a fan base to feed. But what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize the quality? Do you prioritize hip-hop, or do you prioritize numbers? So this conversation is going to be different for everyone based on what you prioritize. Once again, let me wrap this up by saying, dog, Drake can continue dropping as much music as he wants to. And if you are a huge artist, you're gonna have much more opinions about you, period, because more people are just tuned in due to your popularity. So just as you have a lot of positive opinions, you're gonna have a lot of negative opinions as well. It just comes with the territory for being as huge as he is as an artist, you know? But all I would say is just, bro, the issue comes when you care about the validation. Be confident in what you make and move on from that point, bro. Imagine Post Malone still wanted hip-hop to be rocking with him after he done said fuck us, you know? He ain't doing that shit. And I'm not saying that Drake has made such a seismic shift that Post Malone made in his career, but it just doesn't feel the exact same anymore when it comes to the substance of what he's rapping about. You can tell that he's trying to appeal to the younger audience, so the core fans are like, bruh, what about us? Not all core fans, but hip-hop core fans. The ones who really love hip-hop and love Drake because we discovered that he was good at hip-hop. Not we just seen Drake and fell in love with Drake. Nah, we thought he was good at this craft that we love, and now he's not prioritizing that craft anymore. You feel me? But hey, it's y'all turn. Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. Me, I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.